Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Live. Hello. It is so nice to see everybody. I am so excited to be here with all of you. I am super jazzed about tonight. The light is super hot on me right now. I'm like, woo, steaming. Let me turn this down a little bit. Whoa, baby. It's going wow. Lighting's going wild in this piece. There we go. All right. There it is. That's a little better. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday night. Welcome to Friday Night Live. It is very nice to see everybody that's here. I am Ian Lang, and welcome to the channel. I am so excited to have you here. As I've said several times, I keep repeating myself for no reason at all. But yeah, so tonight we have some interesting things to talk about, some very interesting things, some things that I'm excited about, some things that I'm not quite as excited about. And yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on. So let's jump right into it. Let's go into some current events. Now, you guys know if you've watched the stream before that one of the big things in this current event series that I like to do is what is relevant at the time. And I can't think of too many bigger news stories right now than the bricks and minifigs Lego scam situation. Just to recap you on that, there's a YouTuber named Reckless Ben that came out with several videos. They were documentary style expose videos on the company Bricks and Minifigs, which is led by mustache twirling villain CEO Ammon McNeff, who I I'm not sure that I can even describe to you how insane this guy seems to be. We're not even talking just business practices. We're talking, holy cow, this guy just lies about everything. And even when he's caught in a lie, he'll still say, no, we didn't do that. Like literally, I could hold up this water bottle and say, this is silver. Now, it's not made of silver, but the color of it is silver, and he'll say, "No, it isn't. It's not silver. What are you talking about? No, it isn't." There are some very bizarre things happening right now. Um, and apparently, Reckless Ben and Brian Mansell have been hit with a lawsuit of over $1 million, and they have some form of gag order on them from the court, presumably, that says that they cannot talk about not only what's going on, but Ben can't even release another video about the situation nor talk about it, or he will be, I believe, either in contempt of court or something like that. There will be a warrant for his arrest, which is insane, given that he has been the whistleblower on one of the biggest scandals of this year, and it's all over freaking Legos. Now, I'm actually kind of excited because it seems like this whole situation is starting to come to a close. I don't want to say it's ending, but it's starting to come to some kind of a resolution because everyone's favorite internet detective Coffeezilla has taken over the case and made a fabulous video. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend watching it. Just to wrap up everything that's going on, we're going to talk about this, but we're going to watch the last like 5-ish minutes of his documentary because holy cow. So Coffeezilla took this entire situation in a little bit of a different direction than Reckless Ben did. So Reckless Ben made his video, and obviously it was a YouTube video, right? It was something that was made for entertainment. It was made for just a YouTube audience to try to get millions of views. So he would do things like he went to the store wearing his slackline speedo, and he went, you know what I mean? He set up a giveaway and like a booth selling t-shirts. It was very YouTube-esque, right? It was very if you watch any of these guys, the Paul brothers or, any of these guys that make videos like this, well, Jake and Logan Paul don't make those anymore, but you know what I mean if you've been around the internet for a minute. Uh, yeah, they make these videos, and is it harassment? Is it a little bit of bullying? I mean, maybe, maybe a little bit it is. Um, but even so, one of the biggest issues with this particular case is that we just don't know who's lying. And that's what CoffeeZilla is fantastic at, is finding out who is lying. And then one thing that I love about CoffeeZilla's documentary that he did, or his investigation, I guess you would call it, is that he took the people involved and he would interview them one after the other. So that way he was able to write his notes and then say, well, this person said this. Oh, you formerly said this, but now you're saying this. And I'm going to tell you guys seriously, hey, what's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Who else is in here? Ash and Bode. Yeah, what's up, guys? Nice to see you. Um, so I cannot believe how insane Ammon McNeff looks in this documentary. Uh, it's it's very shocking to see how this guy is shown things like literally sent photographic evidence of, we have the Star Wars Legos, they were in a safe. This is a photo of them. Oh, that never happened. That safe never existed. We never saw anything like what you're talking about. No, that's a lie. No, Brandon Best didn't actually rent a U-Haul and take some of the Star Wars Legos to his other store to be sold. What? Yes. Now, I don't want to spoil all of CoffeeZilla's documentary because I think it's really, really well done, and I encourage everyone to go and watch it. But yeah, it's pretty wild, you guys. I haven't seen a story like this in a very long time. I'm kind of shocked, honestly. I'm kind of shocked by the fact that they are still lying about stuff. You know, he interviews Crystal and Ben Gorman, who not Reckless Ben, totally different guy. Um, you would see that he was a totally different guy if you look at him. He literally looks like one of the band members from Disturbed. But this guy just, he says things didn't happen. And then he's shown photographic evidence. He's shown a contract that's signed. He's shown, this is a huge thing. He's shown a spreadsheet of Brian Mansell's Legos. The spreadsheet says that it was owned and created by BAM Franchise Corporate. Wow, holy crap. I'm getting real fired up. Bricks and Minifigs Corporate owns that spreadsheet, created that spreadsheet, bro. What? But he wants to say that it does not exist. He wants to say that there is no oh, I haven't even seen the spreadsheet. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, there is a spreadsheet. Wait, what? No, this guy was never in the store. Oh, yes, this guy was in the store. Oh, this guy didn't own any other stores. Wait, we own this. It's so it's so much back and forth, right? And we're going to watch this in just a second. Oh, dude, you're good, bro. Yeah, you're from Oregon. That's cool, dude. Hopefully you're an Oregon donor. Hopefully hopefully someone out there is laughing. I know. I know how cringe I am. You don't have to tell me. That's fine. I don't care. You can tell me in the comments how cringe I am, bro. We're gonna watch CoffeeZilla's a couple minutes of CoffeeZilla's video in a second, but from my standpoint, I'm looking at the Gormans and I'm saying, did they miss some receipts? Did they miss paying Brian Mansell for some of his Legos that they sold? Maybe they did. And they're actually very, oh crap. And they're actually very honest about the fact that they do. But the reality is the corporate office is just full of professional gaslighters that don't want you to know any real information. So they keep leading you on or just like telling you things didn't happen. If I pull out a tortilla chip, it's a tortilla chip. Don't tell me that I don't have a chip in my hand. I have a chip on my shoulder. Don't say that I didn't see something that I saw. No, this doesn't exist. And that's been Bricks and Minifig's MO for the last 2 years while this has been going on. No, there were never any Legos. No, this never existed. Oh yeah, there were Legos. In fact, now we have a spreadsheet, but it's actually only worth like 2 grand. Oh wait, no, it's actually worth 20 grand still? No, wait, it's actually still worth 100. It's a whole thing. So I highly encourage you to watch CoffeeZilla's video. It's very well done. He does some excellent interviews. Man, I have to tell you, I cannot believe how embarrassing this story is. I cannot believe that still Reckless Ben is in Mexico. He's silenced. Brian Mansell is in the same lawsuit. He's silenced. And still, new information is coming out that makes Ammon McNeff look worse than he did before. Nobody's even making videos about him anymore. He's just releasing statements saying that things didn't happen and then having to backtrack when the internet, who I don't know, maybe this guy like doesn't have a cell phone or something. Like maybe this guy has never heard of social media. There are people here in Utah that are very like Earth Mother, like everything they wear is made out of hemp and stuff, and they don't believe in the internet. Maybe he's one of those guys. I don't know. I mean, usually nerds don't take that approach to life, but maybe he is that kind of guy. I mean, you'd have to be to not understand that, bro, Reddit found you out like a year and a half ago. Like Reddit knows. Reddit knows that you're an evil man just lying about everything. Reddit knows that the police are in your pocket. Like it's so clear. It's so clear. And yet this guy wants to say, "No, the water's muddy. It's not real. You're wrong. You're lying. You're trying to destroy our business. You're trying to do X, Y, and Z." Bro, I just we're going to watch the video. I want to leave you with this thought. And this is the last thing that I'll say before we watch some of CoffeeZilla's video. If an individual person like the Gormans, right? Like Crystal and Ben Gorman, who formerly owned the store before Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson took it over. I have a whole long form video on this if you want to go watch that after you watch the stream. I highly encourage that so you're like caught up on the situation so far. I did a full deep dive into everything that's happened so far. If you're an individual person, just somebody, Crystal Gorman, let's use her as an example. If you're someone and you're just representing yourself, I would fully expect, personally, I would fully expect you to try to defend yourself and to try to say, no, we didn't do this. No, we have no wrongdoing. We have no corporate misconduct. I never did this. I never said this. She doesn't do that. She brings receipts. She brings photos. She brings video. She brings all of these things and says, look, this wasn't my fault. It's the corporate people. It's the CEO, the COO that are lying, that are telling you that things are not in your face. I would expect an individual to try to protect themselves. I would not expect a business that almost 100% relies on word of mouth and a niche audience that consistently buys from you as repeat customers. You cannot be the liar. You have to be the transparent one, or what's going to happen? You're going to lose your freaking audience. Back to the Paul brothers. Apparently that doesn't happen all the time, but you can't do that. You can't do it and expect that your company's going to continue. Nobody's going to buy from you because they don't trust you. And it's as simple as, okay, if he's lying about this, What about the used Lego sets? Bricks and Minifigs sells used Lego sets. They sell open ones. You can resell your Lego sets back to them, which means what? Is there a corporate policy that says if less than 10% of the bricks are missing, you can still take it in trade? I don't know. Do you know? You don't know. And you ask that freak show, he's going to lie to you. He's going to say, no, we don't have any policies that are bad for the customers. We don't have anything that's bad for the franchisees. You can't even do consignment. Okay. Anyway, I think it's embarrassing. I think it's very embarrassing for our society that a CEO is taking the perspective of a small child who got in trouble and is now trying to blame anyone and everything else just to make himself look better. Like what? Like, I don't even know what the goal is, because the reality is, like, I will never set foot in Bricks and Minifigs ever again. And I know most and I know most of the people who know this situation, they're not going to go in either. They're not going to go in. It's just, what are you trying to do? But anyway, all right, let's look at some of these comments. Nicholas is going hog wild on here in the comments. What's up, man? Oh, you have a Ninja Kid shirt? All right, let's go. What color is it? Who's on it? Are all the kids on it? Am I on it? We need a Dr. Disaster shirt, don't we? I think I need to talk to somebody about that. We need to get a Dr. Disaster shirt. I think we do. Oh, it's a red one. All right, yeah. Well, yeah, and to your point, yes, some things are AI. I will totally agree with that. Some of the things going on in the world are AI, but unfortunately, this one is not. This one is not AI. So let's give this a watch. Let's give this guy a watch.
But the point is, regardless of whose side you're on, I think we can all agree there's a lot of weird stuff here on all sides. Abnormal stuff. Sure, maybe you can chalk some of this up to bad record keeping between the U-Haul, the layaways, the $20,000 in Lego sets that corporate called $2,000 to $5,000 that was there that night, the off-book deals. But even if we can't fully know 100%, what these weird things were about, I think they tell a story of what actually happened to Brian's collection. In a way, multiple people, I think, are kind of right, kind of wrong. The Gormans were correct that more of that collection was there that night of the takeover than previously thought. But corporate also alleged that some of it was offsite, and that appears to be partly true, although some of that is disputed, and it looks like, way more of the collection was sold and layawayed than Brian was paid for. But all in all, there's a lot less missing than many people think, especially if your starting number is $200,000. I estimated, and I must emphasize, estimated with bad records, that there's only about $10,000 to $20,000 in Lego that isn't explained by one of these sources. This isn't to say Brian's been fully compensated. Much of this Brian wasn't paid for
Now, I think that's a huge point. Sorry, I know I changed the lighting a little bit. It was bothering me. I was too bright. I was freaking radiating, bro. Uranium, dude. Anyway, I think that's a really interesting point, because there's actually not 200,000 missing. There's more like 20,000 missing. And the initial collection value was actually sort of way off, and a big point of misinformation, because it wasn't actually $200,000 worth of Legos. It was more like $107,000 worth of Legos, which is a big, big difference. Now, here's the problem that's still ongoing that CoffeeZilla will share right now.
know of. So I estimate he's still out about $50,000 to $83,000 for Lego he wasn't compensated for. And I think honestly that's something that Bricks and Minifigs obviously should handle and make right. Regardless of what a franchisee does, the new one, the old one, the company behind it must stand behind their product, their service, and I can't imagine a better example of a company doing the opposite. Unfortunately, Bricks and Minifigs has chosen to deflect and dodge responsibility at most opportunities and created a really awful customer experience that has snowballed into this crazy series of events. But instead of taking accountability for that, they've taken an aggressive legal strategy, which I told them personally was a horrible idea.
Now, this is where it gets really insane, because CoffeeZilla is about to tell us exactly why Reckless Ben and Brian Mansell can't talk about this. Reckless Ben's name is actually Ben Schneider, but Reckless Ben, that's how you can find him on YouTube. He's about to tell us what their strategy is, and I'm going to tell you right now, I already told you I'm embarrassed, and I'm continually getting more and more cringed secondhand embarrassment every single time a word comes out of Ammon McNeff's mouth, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs.
As of writing this, Brian Mansell is being sued for $1.3 million as part of a legal campaign against him and Reckless Ben and any of the associates. Remember, Brian is the same guy who lost all these Legos at Bricks and Minifigs store.
The guy, dude, okay, frick. The guy, okay, the guy that he got his Legos taken from him. He was never paid 80 grand, 50 to 80 grand. The guy that got screwed over is now being sued by the freaking Wicked Witch of the West for $1.3 million? Million dollars. The guy is negative 50 grand. Let's be generous and say low end, 50 grand. He is out. He's negative $50,000, 50, and now he's being sued for over $1 million. What is this world, and why does corporate America keep winning? We keep saying, dude, people keep saying, well, you vote with your wallet, you vote with your dollar. It's the almighty dollar. It's a lie. It's a lie. So I'm working on a video right now where we are looking for Neatos, right? Neatos and squishies and all that kind of stuff. And the reason that I'm looking for them is because I want to beat the scalpers. I want to stop scalpers from having as much business as they do and from being as successful as they are. Scammers like Ammon McNeff and Bricks and Minifigs. Now, the reason this is, pretty cool is because we are going to the stores and we are taking the scalper method, right? We're going into the stores that don't, we don't take anything from kids or anything like that, but we're going Neato and squishy hunting to get as many as we possibly can to then go and give them away for free. We're giving away like thousands of dollars of these squishies. Why? Because to me, that's a family, a child, a whatever that will not then go on eBay and spend 5 times the amount on this. That's the only thing that I know to do. Because all of our hobbies, all of our things, all the stuff that we are trying to do, that we are enjoying, that we've enjoyed since childhood, the things that bring us nostalgia, the things that bring us just these little bits of joy in hard lives, people are taking them and then just destroying them in front of us by selling them for quadruple the price of what they're worth, or in this case, just screwing somebody over that's actually in the right. It's insane, dude. It's absolutely insane, and I'm tired of it. So I'm making a video where I'm giving a bunch of stuff away for free. That, dude, I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna show you right now. Look at this. Five Below bag. This is one haul, okay? Yes, Yes, we have the viral cheese squishy. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. The viral cheese squishy. But the thing is, like, people are charging 40, $50 for this because it's pretty big. It's $6 at Five Below. I've had to stand in a line 2 days to try to get these, okay? Because scalpers are taking them and selling them online for 50 bucks each. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the little guy getting screwed. I'm tired of the people just trying to take from children. They're trying to take kids' childhoods. I'm tired of it. It's enough. So you know what? We're giving a bunch of stuff away for free. I'm really excited about that. We'll do an announcement post and stuff on that. So if you guys kind of live around us or whatever, you will absolutely have the ability to come and get a free squishy. And yeah, stick it to the scalpers if we can, if we can do that. And this is a little bit different of a situation, but it's a very similar situation. And I say that because it's still an innocent person trying to follow their hobby, trying to do something that brings them joy, and then they have a health issue and something that they collected that they've loved. They think that they can just share their hobby with the world and maybe they can pay their bills as as an aside. And some corporation, some corporate douchebags come in and then they say, "Oh, whatever. None of this is real. We're going to sue you for $1 million because we look bad online." Now, this guy, again, is negative $50,000. 50. And now he has to pay these morons $1 million? No, dude. No. I feel like I need to like set up a petition or something like that. All right. Bod, what are you saying? 008 23 213 786 AI. Yeah, what's the deal with these numbers? Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but that's fine. Go ahead, keep chatting. Keep say as many numbers as you can. In fact, count to 1 million in the chat. That'd be nuts. This would be the longest stream ever. Yeah. I know that was a slight tangent. I'm excited for the video and I can't wait to show you guys the video, but the reality is I'm just tired. And I think maybe it's just me getting older, but I'm tired of corporate America and the people that are on the top of corporate America stepping just on the faces of people that keep them in business and then telling us they're either not doing it or they don't care. And so we say, "Oh, vote with your wallet, vote with your feet, don't go in the store." It's not, I mean, GameStop has been screwing their customers for years. I know, I used to work there. They've been screwing their customers for years. They're not out of business. They're still there. Now they're, I was actually talking to a really awesome manager of my local GameStop, and she was saying today, like, yeah, I feel like we should change the name to Card Stop because everything's focused on cards and like blind box collectibles now. Because I was like one of the she was commenting on the fact that I was one of the rare customers that still goes into GameStop to pre-order and buy games. But it doesn't seem like corporate America gets any punishment. They get no responsibility has to be taken at all. It's crazy. I apologize, friends. I know that I'm ranting a little bit. Walmart, no Walmart, Target, yeah. I know that I'm ranting a little bit. I apologize, but yeah, let's finish this out.
And I told the CEO and COO that's ridiculous, and they should drop this. Look, mistakes have been made by plenty of people here, but there's a lot more people who have inflicted self-owns, the likes of which we've rarely seen, by just choosing the worst possible path at every fork in the road. No pun intended. But the best path to making things right in...
How was that a pun? What was the pun? Every fork in the road? Oh, because of American fork? That was kind of a reach. Come on, Coffee.
my view, is by just making Brian whole and moving on.
Yes.
Drop the aggressive legal strategy. You are a Lego store at the end of the day. You are supposed to be about fun.
Yes.
Not about a rerun of Suits.
Oh my
But anyways,
gosh.
that's my investigation. Those are my closing thoughts. And I knew I wanted to approach everyone involved in this whole story with my results and see what they thought to close things out.
Watch this.
Does all that make sense to you? Because I'm showing everyone in this story. And
So the guy that he's interviewing right now is actually the COO, the operations manager of Bricks and Minifigs, who is Ammon McNeff's brother. Oh. Okay.
saying, hey,
The thing
are
that
any of
doesn't
these
make
numbers blowing your mind, or is any of this crazy to you?
No, it's not crazy. But what's crazy to me, again, like all the photo evidence that both sides have points to there being, sure, $20,000 worth of Lego in this of Star Wars Lego in the store that night, right? I don't know, man. I'm just like, can people understand maybe why there was some confusion and
No! People don't understand. People don't care. You are a C-level executive of a decently large company that makes way more money than you would expect a niche store like this to make. So no, you don't get grace. You don't get the benefit of the doubt. You are a C-level executive with a corporation and a corporate legal team behind you. You don't get the benefit of the doubt. You just don't. I don't care what the reason is. Pay the man and then sort it out on your end. No one cares about your excuses.
why there was some hesitation when somebody comes in and says, hey, you owe me $60,000 worth of product in Lego, and we go, we don't even know who you are. Like, yeah, Crystal mentioned something
what's
about
up, Ash?
consignment on her way out the door. And we go, sure, we'll get that figured out. But then the guy just walks in and demands $60,000 worth of Lego? Like, what am I supposed to do other than say, cool, show me, can you show me the proof?
The
He
problem
did.
is there's so much of a dispute on the timeline, and this is what's going to make this story so hard to tell.
Watch this, dude.
They say you guys are unreasonable. They tried, and eventually they gave up. But they say they tried it. They were basically met with like unreasonable requests, things like that. So
Verification? Documentation? Is that unreasonable, do you think?
Look at how angry this guy is, right? He's like bouncing in his chair. He's like, dude, I used to do this in middle school when they were like, who threw those mashed potatoes? And I'd be like, not me. I didn't. What do you think? I'm not fidgeting. What do you think? You're fidgeting. In fact, I think you're probably on drugs. I'll call the American Fork Police Department and get you arrested because you're harassing me. What are you talking about? Not a CEO.
well, I think they would say they provided the documentation, and you guys say you need more documentation. So I mean, that's kind of the
Right. A spread, like I understand, a spreadsheet and a contract are a good start.
yeah.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah? Y'all have the spreadsheet.
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says it's. I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right now. It says storage used, owned by BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricksandminifigs.com.
What are you looking at?
Get him, Coffee. Freaking get him. Throw him. Throw him in a pit, dude. Frick. It's true. They don't care about anything but money. It's true. And not only that, but it's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing for a company to act like this, dude. Ash, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that your uncle feels better. I hope that that he recovers well. So, thoughts and prayers with you, buddy.
It says owner Salem.or
Look at this!
bricksandminifigs.com. That's
Look!
you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6, 2024. And when I look at it, this is the Mansell list. I believe.
It's they were asking all these people for documentation and spreadsheets and all these things, and they had it the whole time. I feel like CoffeeZilla doesn't make this as much of a bombshell as it actually is. They had this information this whole time. This whole time that Ammon McNeff was saying nothing happened. It's not real. We don't have the Legos. We don't have any knowledge of this. We don't even know who Brian Mansell is. Dude, they had the spreadsheets. What?
This would have been created under like so we have the
Okay, bring on the excuses, Ammon. Let's go. Bring some excuses. Come on, you don't want to hang out in the principal's office. Come on, Ammon. Give us some excuses.
we
But
own
y'all
the-
definitely have this. Y'all have access to this.
Well, I had no idea. Like so if this is the
It's
first
right-
Yeah, because that holds up in court, dude. If you get a traffic ticket and you have to go to court for whatever, yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know what the speed limit was. Well, you were going 100 in a 25, so
It's right here.
anybody
right
has
here.
shown me that a spreadsheet was created using like Bricks and Minifigs Salem, like, and all of this stuff was archived. This is the
Okay.
first I've seen that this spreadsheet was created by Crystal, and we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was. We don't know a lot of those types of things, and understand. I appreciate you sharing this with us because we had no idea. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and you can't like we don't know everything, and we don't go like. Well, I had no idea. Like, so if this is the
It's
first
right here-
that
it's right here,
anybody
right
has
here.
shown me that a spreadsheet was created using like Bricks and Minifigs Salem, like, and all of this stuff was archived. This is the first I've seen that this spreadsheet was created by Crystal.
So this guy is found out they had a spreadsheet the entire time. They just never looked for it, right? In this entire thing, through this whole thing, all these legal battles, all this, we don't know where this is. We've never heard of this. What? You didn't search Brian Star Wars in your computer? You know, the thing that oh, yeah, you watch funny YouTube videos? Like this channel, like and subscribe. You didn't look in your computer for that, dude? You didn't just search it? Just for kicks, dude. Just for like, maybe we don't have to fight as hard. Maybe we don't have to get YouTubers thrown in jail. Maybe we can just look through our system and do a quick search of a spreadsheet and here it is. Because it's in the he said it was archived or whatever, but like, okay, it's in the corporate records. Ammon's sitting here saying, well, you don't know what you don't know. Okay, well, no. If you don't know what you don't know, then know it. And I know that's kind of a simplification, but like, I don't think it's an oversimplification. That's pretty spot on. You don't know what you don't know is not an excuse. You're just making yourself look like an idiot. So there's a lot more to this documentary. Once again, I highly recommend you watch it. I am just so embarrassed by this Bricks and Minifigs situation. I'm so glad I have nothing to do with them. They're out of their minds, dude. They're out of their minds. Dirty liars.
And we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was. We don't know a lot of those types of things, and understand. I appreciate you sharing this with us because we had no idea. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and
What's up, Crazy Killzone? Welcome.
you can't like we don't know everything, and we don't go like looking in every nook and cranny everywhere. Like
By you don't know everything, did you mean you don't know anything?
we just don't know some of those things. So if that's there, we can now have our team go look for that.
When it comes right down to it, they're going to have to make a judgment call and say,
Thanks, Ash.
who's telling the truth? The people who were taking all the pictures and say, and we couldn't take pictures of everything the night of.
Exactly.
But we're being honest consistently. And the people who are saying, there was $5,000 there.
You see what I mean about this guy being like a band member of Disturbed? Seriously. Right? Anyway. If you even know who that is. People in the chat probably don't even know who that is.
Really? Like, that makes no sense. We've got the evidence, and yes, there's a discrepancy. We acknowledge we did not take pictures of everything, but does that mean that the discrepancy is, oh, and therefore these missing, percentage, whatever that would be, 5%, is some magical other place? Or it was sitting there in the store and we didn't get pictures of it?
If I messed up,
explanation.
If I messed up on my record keeping, I will take accountability for that.
I'm sorry. These people are just too real for me. The Gormans, I mean, maybe they're just lying through their face, but like, which is not the expression, and I apologize, but whatever. It's what I thought about. I know. I know. That's like something a SpongeBob character would say. These people are like just way too real to be lying about this. They're just doing their best to get ahead of it and be honest and say, this isn't our fault. And if it was, I'm sorry, we'll figure out how to rectify the mistake. That's it. That's what I appreciate about the Gormans. Now, I just judging by them and all that, we may not be friends, but I trust them. I trust what they're saying. Do I fully trust them? No, but they just seem too genuine to be lying. And yet Bricks and Minifigs is like too fake to be honest. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how that works both ways.
It's possible. If my staff didn't draw attention that consignments had left out, so I'd move them to the thing. Any of that, I will take accountability to that. I am more than willing to do that. I need BAM to show me those tickets.
As they promised to do.
I will sit down with Brian and talk this over and figure out what we missed and where it was missed and how it was missed and make that right with him.
I mean, that's new information no one's ever found out, so that's like awesome. They're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars because of their own wrongdoing. They're literally gonna destroy their entire company because they're this stubborn over maybe $20,000 worth of Lego.
And there is more to this video, but I think that's sort of the perfect line to end on. If you're a Lego fan and you see this video, please don't buy from them. This isn't a smear campaign. This isn't me saying, oh, I want to take down a corporation because I hate corporate. This is literally me saying, similar to this scalper video that I've been working on, don't buy from liars. Just don't. That's your choice. You can buy Legos from Target, from Walmart, from all these other places. And yes, they don't have back ordered, whatever. And eBay sucks. I know. And Facebook Marketplace, you'll probably get kidnapped. I don't know, whatever. But the thing is, like, just try to use your dollars in a place that is a little less, well, a little more honest. Let's say that. So that's the CoffeeZilla video, and that is the wrap-up to the Bricks and Minifig situation. I don't know how this court case, how all this lawsuit and all this stuff is going to pan out. I will keep updating everybody. And Ian, it's your twin. Who's my twin? I ain't got no twin. You think we need another one of me in this world? Heck no, bro. Heck no. It's true. Spend your money wisely. But, all right, friends, now let's talk about the other insane story that has been coming out over the last couple of days. Spider-Man, a movie that I and millions of other people are very excited to see coming out this summer on July 31st is Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man No Way Home is probably one of the best superhero movies I have ever seen, in my personal opinion. Yes, there's a lot of nostalgia bait and whatever, but you know what? Shut up. I like that stuff. And so does everybody else. That movie made like a freaking $2 billion paycheck when it came out. So whatever. Obviously they know. But Spider-Man Brand New Day has been leaking like a freaking bottle of milk with a hole in it, dude. everything is getting leaked from this movie. So many of you have probably seen out on Twitter, I refuse to call it X, sorry, Elon. Many people have seen out on Twitter that a Spider-Man trailer, which could theoretically be trailer 2, and another trailer, they both have big red X's on it, so it's hard to tell like what the trailers are in terms of like how they relate to individual scenes of the movie. But the longer trailer that I saw, didn't see. No, I have no idea how to access these trailers in any way. The second one feels like a final trailer to me. It shows a lot of stuff, dude, and a lot of very cool stuff. Let's just say the Sadie Sink Jean Grey thing seems lightly plausible. It somebody's got some kind of like mind powers. Somebody's got something going on. I know my buddy Cole is the one who actually told me about this stuff and sent me some of the posts and stuff like that. He's really excited about Scorpion, Punisher, The Hand. There's all kinds of stuff in this trailer. And these trailers leaked and went everywhere, dude, showing so many things. And I know what you're thinking. I know you're watching this stream and you're like, show it, dude, show it. No, Sony has been taking down and issuing cease and desist letters like it's freaking going out of style, like it's popsicles at a summer barbecue. Dude, they are putting everything out there to try to stop these, but also, as this article points out from Forbes, they're probably kind of happy also. The same thing happened with No Way Home, and Sony was like, oh no, we hate leakers. There's no way Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in it. Just to build hype. So, is it that? Is it again the movie studios gaslighting people? We're just freaking gaslighting all over the place. It's like we're a freaking gas lamp store, dude. So, Sony has had trouble keeping many key elements of Spider-Man Brand New Day under wraps, from its added cast members to its initial trailer leaking well before its release. So, are trailer release dates just nothing now because some weirdo is going to leak it and then get arrested? The problem is that the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer is in incredibly high quality, and despite the red X and property of Sony stamped on it, is practically ready for release, it seems. I will say, after watching it, there's a lot of unfinished visual effects. So if it was me, I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't release it in that state. But, whatever. Sony can do what they want. This is a criticism of the studio that released Madam Web, Morbius, and Craven. I don't know if they have the best judgment. Anyway, yeah, Cole's really excited about the Hulk. We knew Bruce Banner was in it, so that's not really a spoiler or anything. So there are some extended scenes. We see a little more of the like Sadie Sink power going on. If that is even her, maybe it could. I guess it could be like a machine or something like that. We see Peter interacting more with Ned and MJ. And then we see like Hulk. We see the Punisher. Stuff that we've seen before. Right? Stuff that we've seen before. There are some things that are really different and really interesting. But yeah, trailers get leaked. No big deal. There is also a rumor that the entire unfinished rough work print, which is just basically a rough cut of the movie with some of the visual effects and stuff. Most of the visual effects are not done. Now, this is unsubstantiated. Okay, this is not actually officially claimed as true, even though, Cole's my man. He could probably find it. But Apparently, the entire movie has leaked online, and now the leaker is saying, I'm going to put this on the black market for $430. My question, why wouldn't you make it $420? Missed opportunity, do it for the meme. But regardless, for $430 on the dark web, you can buy Spider-Man Brand New Day unreleased. Now, you may be asking the same question that I have, which is, why do I want to watch this unfinished? And why do I want to watch it on my computer when I could watch it in IMAX? Well, that's an interesting question because people are impatient. And especially now with what they call, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, the TikTok generation, they don't care about waiting. They don't care about seeing things in the theater. They don't even respect filmmakers. Do you even know who directed this movie? I bet you don't. And I'm not going to tell you because you need to look it up. Because movies, music, entertainment, TV shows are important. Our entire lives and the entire existence of the human species has been teaching through story, has been growing through story, through storytelling, through metaphor, through simile, through, all of these different things that are narrative, are imaginative, are all of these things. That's how our society has continued to grow and thrive, is through storytelling. And this situation, to me, it's kind of funny, right? When a Marvel movie comes out or whatever, I don't even watch the final trailer. I won't even watch the third trailer of Spider-Man because I just want to be surprised. I want it to be fun. I want my movies to be fun, and I want to have an exciting experience when I go. All of these leaks, to me, are saying, or pointing rather, to a generational issue that I think is becoming a serious societal issue, which is people don't really care about waiting for something or being excited about something. As soon as something feels good or as soon as something feels exciting for a second, I have to have it. I must have it. It must be in my hand right now. I don't care if it's on the dark web. I don't care if I have to pay you, $69.69 for it. Give it to me right now. And it's like, why do you want an unfinished work print of Spider-Man? Is it cool? I mean, I guess it's cool. But also, it's not finished. Wait for the movie to be done, dude. Stop taking the cake out of the oven and just eating the batter. Wait until it's done, dude. Then you'll actually enjoy it for how it's supposed to be. Have some respect for a director's vision. That's why I'm actually so excited that both The Backrooms and Obsession are doing so well, because these movies were visions by a director. Now, are they amazing? Come on. These aren't Oscar contenders. At least I don't think so. Maybe they are. But these are visions. Somebody said, I want to make this, and this is what it's supposed to be. Now, if those movies leaked online before they were done being edited or whatever, that's stupid. So I know there's a lot of hype around Spider-Man. I think that's great. All right, good night, Ash. See ya. I think it's great. There's a lot of hype around Spider-Man. I'm excited to see this movie. I can't wait to see it, but I can wait if this is what we're gonna get in the meantime. There have been a ton of leaks. There's been a ton of I watched a shot. They call it B-roll here, but it's really an intro. The cast of this movie is doing intros for what I assume are those IMAX previews or those pre-movie like intros where they're like, thanks for coming to the theater, and we hope you are quiet and not an obnoxious jerk. And that's what it seems like, but that leaked for some reason. Why would that leak? Hello to all of our friends in Zimbabwe. Okay, cool. That's supposed to make me excited for the movie? Anyway, I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, as far as we know for anything official, is Sony drumming this up for more interest to sell more tickets? Maybe they are, but I'll just read what comicbookmovie.com says in their ending here. While several scooper leaker accounts, which seems to be a thing that people are like chasing after, being a leaker, I guess that's the new paparazzi, because everybody's constantly on a camera, so paparazzi don't really need to exist anymore. So now people want to be leakers, which sounds absolutely disgusting, but we're not gonna touch that. While several scooper leaker, I hardly knew her, accounts have mooted the possibility of the movie being leaked in full, no trusted or reliable sources are reporting it. Instead, it appears to be a claim made by one fan account that's been shared again and again and again until fiction becomes fact. Boom. Eat it. Anyway, so Spider-Man's getting leaked all over the place. I actually have a really fun Spider-Man short that I'm going to put out about a crazy Spider-Man show that came out in Japan in the 1970s. And when the Spider-Man movie comes out, we're actually going to play Bad Movie Bingo watching a Spider-Man movie. So mark your calendars, July 31st. We're going to watch a Spider-Man movie that I never even knew existed, an official Spider-Man movie that I didn't even know existed. All right, here we go. I said here we go, and then I didn't say anything. So, yeah, July 31st. Mark your calendars. We're going to watch a Spider-Man movie for Bad Movie Bingo. It's going to be fun. Okay, friends. Now we're going to talk about and watch something that I can't even describe my excitement. My excitement probably surpasses the birth of a child. It probably surpasses getting that promotion that you've always wanted. It surpasses winning that award that you've dreamed about as a child or your dream wedding day. I'm, of course, talking about the new trailer to the new film by one of the greatest bad filmmakers in the history of the entire world, Neil Breen. That's right. Neil Breen, who many of you have probably never heard of, has a new movie coming out. Now, Neil Breen is one of those guys that he's a lot like Derek Savage, the guy that created Cool Cat. And if you saw the video that I have coming out tomorrow morning is the official Cool Cat review. I'm so excited. I can't wait for that to come out and share that with you guys. So definitely check that out tomorrow morning when that comes out. So Neil Breen is similar to Derek Savage in that he has really just drunk his own Kool-Aid, dude. He thinks that he is the absolute greatest filmmaker in the history of cinema. He's so good. And yet his movies are just bad movie masterpieces, dude. Like, you thought some of this stuff we've been watching, like Skateboard Kid last week and stuff, you thought that stuff was bad? You got another thing coming, my friend. And that thing that's coming is Neil Breen. Are you ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for it. Freeze frame and title, dude.
You're one of our best agents. I'm concerned about Heath. I'm aware of his current emotional and
Oh my
psychological
goodness.
problems.
That shot is... What? Do you need help because you're
We
just
have to
randomly
distrust
firing
each
that
other.
thing?
It's our only defense against betrayal.
Oh my goodness.
But he's the best agent I
What
have.
the heck is that? Please tell me that's
The
Neil,
agents
dude.
I've chosen are from the top of the class. We may never meet in person. Heath is in recovery.
Why are you following me? Well, here I am.
Get ready for your next hit. You're our best weapon. He's the best agent I have.
Oh,
But
wow.
I'm still concerned about
That's-
his stability.
That's some nice 3D
He is a
printed
loner
weaponry
with a
there.
rough attitude.
Here's your target. You've got a messy plane here. Clean it up for me. I hate a dirty jet.
This is my partner in life. Neil, put a shirt on, Neil. Stop it. Stop that right now. Stop it. Ew. Get out of here,
Flying
Neil.
jets and assassination is his life's blood.
Wow, Neil. Now, I will say, for anyone who hasn't heard of Neil Breen before, this green screen is, or Breen screen as I call it, is actually fabulous for a Neil Breen movie. Like, I know you're like, oh, you can see the lines and stuff, but honestly, he has improved his green screen game tenfold. If you watch any of these movies like Twisted Pair or Fateful Findings, insane, dude. Insane.
We at the agency have learned to accept
Yeah,
him.
Neil!
He is a loner,
Destroy those
but a
monitors.
great agent and pilot. I trust him completely.
Wow. The end. The new Neil Breen film, Dire Duplicity. I am very excited about Dire Duplicity, so much so that I am ready to buy this on DVD. Unfortunately, it does say right under the trailer that they are shopping it around to film festivals and things like that, so it's not available on DVD yet. But holy moly, I cannot wait to see this movie. Every betrayal begins with trust. I mean, you can't. I guess if you don't trust a person, you can't be betrayed by them. So that does make a lot of sense. A tormented secret agent with emotional and psychological problems attempts to stop an international cyber attack. This dark emotional mystery intensifies as he is betrayed by those he trusts and loves. Poor guy. Poor guy. And I get, hey, you know, it's been an award winner, selection, you know. Let's go, Neil. Wait, what is this one? Honoree for contribution to cinema. I don't think there's any worse award than congratulations, you made something. Yeah, well. But let me read you some of the reviews. Here is pure auteur masterwork. Breen's disregard for conventional filmmaking rules is what makes his work burn so bright. Joel Haver. I hardly knew her. Letterboxd. So some guy on Letterboxd said that. Dire Duplicity has been well received at film festivals, particularly for its distinctive approach and Breen's creative energy. Both fans and festival attendees have celebrated the unique narrative intensity that defines the film. That is from X.com. So just somebody tweeted that, I guess. Dire Duplicity has been praised as a unique auteur I oughter do that. Otter-driven experience with audiences and critics highlighting Neil Breen's distinctive style and emotional intensity. What is Copilot? What is that? Copilot? And there's the man himself. There you go. Yes, Nicholas, this is a movie. This is a real movie made by a real person. All right, my friends. Well, that is officially a wrap-up of current events. Let's go. However, I have something very exciting that I want to do with all of you because it is officially That's right, it is officially snack time, and I have an interesting snack to try that I found at the store. Reese's Peanut Butter and Jelly Strawberry Jelly. This looks disgusting, and I'm probably going to regret buying it and eating it. But who cares? I want to see how it stacks up to other Reese's that I've tried. Now, if you remember from my Christmas video, I tried some Reese's Sugar Cookie Big Cups, which I then emphatically said and still honestly believe that it is one of the best candies I have ever freaking had in my entire freaking freak life, dude. Forever. So let's tear this open and give this a shot because I actually, off camera, tried the marshmallow ones as well, and I actually thought those were pretty good. Texture is a little weird, but whatever. I suggest trying them. So let's give Reese's Peanut Butter and Jelly, Reese's Peanut Butter and Jelly Strawberry Big Cups a try. Let's give them a try. Okay. Immediate thought is it smells like a bag of Halloween candy. And when I say Halloween candy, you may think that I'm saying the candy. But no, it smells like the bag. All right. Oh. This actually looks kind of fuzzy. Like not great. Look at that. Yeah, can you see that? I feel like is this moldy? Oh, it's like white inside. Well. All right, my friends, let's move away from that horrendous discovery and move to some bad movie. That's right, we're going to play some Bad Movie Bingo tonight, and for Bad Movie Bingo, we have one of my personal favorite bad movies of all time. I know I say that like every single week, but this movie and Cool Cat Saves the Kids actually inspired me to create this channel. And all the stuff, all the videos, everything that I've made over the past year, this channel is almost a year old. Can you believe that? And we're at almost 30,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing. I still have to do a post for 25K because we just hit that last Sunday. And now we're almost at 30K. And it's not even been a week, dude. This channel's growing like mad. And I just want to thank all of you for that. But we are going to play some Bad Movie Bingo. So load up your bingo cards. And skadoosh, load up your bingo cards. The link is in the description. Usually what I do is I will open a second window like this and pull up our bingo card. And I am excited about Bad Movie Bingo tonight because like I said, this is the second out of the two movies, Cool Cat Saves the Kids and this one, that caused me to start this channel. And I'm, of course, talking about a movie that I have a movie review coming out for. This movie is called Doggone Adventure, which is one of my favorite bad movies of all time. Yes, it is a talking dog movie. Finally, dude. Finally, we might be able to fill in the square. Talking animal is smarter than humans. So far, we haven't really had any talking animals. If you say Cool Cat is a talking animal, you are a brain dead psychopath. So here we go. Load up your bingo cards. The link is in the description. Stop doing that, please, window. Thank you. And remember, friends, I'll give you a second to load it up. Load it up there in an additional window. And don't forget, you can always mark that free space, which is always free, just for you. All right, here we go. I keep saying here we go. That's like my phrase of the night, dude. Bad movie bingo. We are watching Doggone Adventure, the Jim Wynorski classic. All right. Get your bingo cards, strap in. Let's watch it. Do it now. Pull up your bingo card. We are going to mark, here we go. We are going to mark bad CGI and effects. You don't even know, dude. You don't even know how bad it's going to get from here. You think these effects are bad? Just wait. Also, I can't let them get you again. There's some kind of like flying ships or something. What are these, aliens? Again? Also, this particular shot, is it raining outside? Is that why the window looks like that? Or is he driving the car like this and that's actually the night sky? I don't know. You be the judge. I know this is trying to like create drama and whatever, but like this guy takes this adorable puppy that the audience wants to like, right? And he's just like dropping him in the woods, dude. Like, I don't want this puppy. Just drop him in the woods. It's for your protection. Also, you know, my condo association doesn't allow animals. So, you know, it's a win-win for both of us. You don't get kidnapped by aliens. I don't get a fine. You know, got to fill in another square. Once again, this is another square. We got to fill in another bingo square. This is once again a square that we will see a lot in this movie, and that is and cut. Because that shot should not have been that long. My goodness, I'm dying. Why did that shot take 5 million years for this dog to run away? Kelly Ripa is not a person. Kelly Ripa is not a person. Sorry. Uh-oh. That's not right. Oh, man.